What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Soapbox. I just got back off vacation. I know I usually drop like Sunday, Monday, but I had to shoot a video in before Giant Man came, because actually this week that's the hot topic. And then of course we'll do another Soapbox maybe about 3 or 4 days down the road, come back at our regular schedule. But had to get in what I seen this week. I'm sorry I'm a little late. If this is your first time to Soapbox, pretty much my commentary channel where I talk about Instagram, Facebook, community news, pretty much things I just seen on the internet. Also, it's my time just to run my mouth. But we're gonna make it quick for you, man, and we're gonna jump right into community. So pretty much what I seen on Facebook, Instagram this week, we'll run through that, man, and then we'll go through our other top. First up is a cool picture of Tunnel Rat, and it looks like he says, "Duke, I think we got a problem here." And what a good picture. It's in a flooded hallway. Looks like he's in a hallway. Looks like a tunnel. Everything's dark. Looks like his body's floating in there. But I believe I seen this on G.I. Joe Classified Elite or Community. But whoever did this photo, man, you did a great job, man. And keep up the good work, man. Good job. This was cool. This one says, "Your plan and reality." And reality, you have to go through the valleys, lows, humps, and bumps. And that's pretty much what I'm going through in my life right now. But I'm going to keep pounding. I'm going to keep banging. And we're going to make it through, man. And your head, you see it easy like that. You know what my analogy of that is? A lot of times people, when they go through life and problems, they think about like when in Rocky, when he has those scenes. He has one in every movie where it's about 2 minutes and a rock and roll song is playing. They show him training, working out, he getting busy, and he did this shit like in 3, 4, 5 fucking minutes. It was just not even that, 2 minutes. He just getting busy, getting ripped, throwing up, lifting weights, boxing, sweating, running, doing all this, driving cars fast. And guess what? All that shit in that 2-minute monologue probably took for him about a year to do. But see, people want the 2-minute monologue and they don't ever really want to do the year. I'm gonna do the year, babe. This is a dope picture from my Jada Toys Street Fighter group, and it has Axe Kick. And just dope. I like when they do the natural poses of the Street Fighter figures. Like I can't, well, I don't know if I care to take the time to actually do the poses, like how they actually pose up. Because some people like, yo, his foot's supposed to be turned this way. I know that they're good enough figures that I could put them in poses that'll kick your ass. I know that. And this is a great photo right here. Keep kicking ass with an axe kick. Try saying that 3 times. This one is cool. It says, "Who's the best poetic rapper? Common, Nas, Core Mega, or Mos Def?" As far as poetic, and don't get it confused, this is not conscious rap. Common is more conscious than Nas, because I never heard Common talking about selling dope or anything like that. Nas gonna give you everything. So Common is conscious, but he isn't the most poetic. Core Mega is mostly like a street MC, underground MC almost. He is really. He's came to commercial success once in his life for a blip, and then he really pretty much went back underground status. Mos Def is more conscious too than poetic, even though he's a poetic rapper. He's a lyricist. I would have to say Nas is the most poetic rapper because he can just give it to you how you want, how you need it. The way he uses his words is most poetic, and he's just really not in one lane. They have Nas up here because he can be with conscious rappers, he can be with street rappers, he can be with fun and party rappers, and that's a true poet when you can do that. And that looks like that's the answer the majority of people picked. Bump him, Nas, Mobb Deep, and Woo. Also, if you haven't checked out my video review from last week of a Cobra Ills, check it out. That shit is dope. I like the way it looked, and I might be doing my reviews like that. You know, things happen for a reason. My mic went down, so I can't do overlays. But I like the mix of me actually my hands on the figure while I'm explaining it, so I can go through with you, and then I actually like it on my turntable, and just with the pictures added in. I like that combination, how that worked out with me on the green screen and then splashing those in. But check it out, Cobra Ills, licensed to ill. It's a ill ass review. This picture right here says, "Who else would love to see Cobra Commander in this version of Classified?" Me. Also, along with Crimson Guards, Dusty and Zarana has been reported at Ollie's for $4.99. I don't know where the hell this $4.99 coming from. That's the only, I wouldn't say fishy part, and I'm not saying people are lying, but I've never brought anything $4.99 G.I. Joe wise from Ollie's. But hey, Ollie's has worked some miracles. I didn't even peep this, but you know, man, hey, the internet is undefeated. This says, "Them. I watch Ahsoka because she's my favorite Star Wars character. Me. I watch Ahsoka for the plot. And the plot thickens." And she got some fat cakes down there. Watch out now, Duncan Hines. Legions of Valorverse, Boombata Kerstad. and it says train as you fight. And this is a good pose. Yo, he just does some natural subtle pose. And I like how he got him in that arm bar lock. And he doesn't have no dioramas or anything. That's why you don't need dioramas. Really, I like to take pictures more of against a solid base, because I just think it shows off more the beauty of the figure to me. But dioramas is cool too. That is a thing to master. But then also, man, you can do stuff on your countertop and people will envision or visualize what you're trying to see here. And every time this man poses up, I see it. So Boombada, curse that. Once again, fam, you killing it, yo. You killing it. Keep up the good work. Once again, that ass again. Watching that ass. This picture right here looks so mouth-watering, man. And like I said, this is also becoming a hot topic. It says, here you go, everyone. Proof that they exist at Ollie's. This motherfucker got like 12 of them, yo. I'm so jealous. I really am jealous of this right now. This is crazy, yo. Now, I'm usually not into cosplay, or however you want to say it. But this is a photo from G.I. Joe Uncensored. And if this motherfucker don't look like Dr. Mindbender, boy, I don't know who do it. It don't look cheesy or nothing. Like, it looks like fucking Dr. Mindbender walking around on some crazy shit, man. And if he was in real life, that's how he would look. On some crazy ass shit like this. Alright, let's get into weekly purchases. And this week, I pretty much got like 15, 16 items. If you've been following the channel, most of these items came from 2 toy hunts that I did. And I have about 3 items that came in the mail. And then I have about 2 items I actually hunted when I came back home off of camera. Now, last week, and forgive the green screen, I'll be forgetting that these items are all green, so it might look a little funny. But I got this Migos 8-inch Riddler, which is still dope. This is actually a really good figure. I actually really like this. So it got me hungry for the other ones, which I've been seeing in stores forever, but now I gotta kind of play the turnaround game and try to find some of them. And I did have some luck finding some of them. Now, on Walmart.com, I picked up this Robin for $19.99 with the fucking, the cooking mitts on, the oven mitts on, man. And this is just cool, nostalgic stuff that's just pretty much like a throwback to the 70s, 80s, man. So, pretty crazy looking, man. But once I got all of these together, I know it's going to be beautiful. And I'll go over the ones that I found later on. I went and looked for them in Myrtle Beach, but I found them later on in Fayetteville. But from Ollie's, I've been looking for this Cyclops. I found that. I picked that up for $3.99 at Ollie's in Myrtle Beach. This 80s, when he has the coverall over the head, this 80s Cyclops. I also picked up this Bullseye, which is a pretty cool figure. And this is 3 3/4 inch Marvel Legends line, which I think is discontinued now, man. So I'm trying to grab as many as I can. I actually have Do a Lot, but this is one of the lines I almost kind of wanted to collect mint on card, because the card backs are so cool. And they're thick, they're not flimsy like that G.I. Joe Retro, and they got a backdrop on it, man. And it's just got cool comic art. This is collecting 101 right here. The total package is good. I've been looking for Emperor Palpatine, the Sith Lord, and they had this repackage, and him and Ben Fortuna, I believe that's how you say that crazy dude name with the tubes going off his head. They had him repackaged in Walmart for $20-something right now. I said, let me try to wait until that repackaging went half price off, but I didn't know that they had him on the This Is When You Miss Out, the archive line. Had him in Ollie's for $10, and this is a dope figure. I've been wanting this. I got a 3 3/4 inch of him because I like the Star Wars Vintage line better than Black Series, but now I got the 6-inch one. Picked up this Andre the Giant. Now this one right here, I have no buyer's remorse because it looks like a pretty good figure. For an Ultimate, it comes with a lot. You get soft goods shirt, you get a big belt for Andre the Giant. He has fists, he has a pointing finger, he has open hands. He has 3 expressive heads. Shit, 4. Damn, now I look at it, he has 3 alternate and 4. So for $35, I'm not mad at this. This line usually goes on sale at Target. You can get them half off. Walmart, I'm not too sure. Target, they don't give a damn. After a month of these things being on, and sometimes they come in because they might be backstocked, they'll be half off. But I picked up this Andre the Giant. I also picked up this 12-inch, almost kind of kids like Mr. Freeze. Why? Who knows? But for $4.99, I couldn't miss with him. This is also actually figure collecting 101. This is a nice room piece. This is a nice shelf presence piece. It's kiddie-ish, but sometimes it gets the job done. Just like how I said, I watched Mad Hatter's review of him with the $80 kids turtle layer. I'd rather get that than that $300 NECA one, because that other one has more fun and playability to it, and you get more for the $80, and plus you can run the ooze down. Now, is it well put together as much as NECA? I highly doubt that. But it's pick and choose what you want, really. And I would never tell you to go either way. I cannot say this name. I just say White Panther. At Ollie's, Myrtle Beach. Oh, this also came from Ollie's, Myrtle Beach. The Andre Giant came from Target's, Myrtle Beach. Oh, Robin, man. I hope I didn't mess him up. But, oh, it's all good anyway. But I got the White Panther for $9.99. This is I heard it's an alright figure. It looks like it's using one of the old bucks from Marvel Legend. But this, if I can find more of these White Panthers, I didn't really even know this was an army build. I kind of want to get 3 more of them. And the cool thing about it is like a Black Panther with trigger hands. So put some nice Valaverse weapons in their hand, and that'll look good. When I finally got back home, I was looking for this for the Target in Myrtle Beach. Didn't know my Target in Fayetteville had Black Widow stocked up. So I picked up Black Widow for $30. That's with tax, everything bells and whistles out the door. I also got another exclusive to Walmart, the Bucky Cap in that I'll show you. But this has 3 head sculpts. It has alternate hands, it has guns, it has missile effects, smoking effects, and a new articulated buck for a woman. And coming from Marvel Legends, I know it's sturdy also. So I really can't wait to open this up. And if it's real, then it's worth $30. I will say this: if this deluxe right here is worth $30 more than the Chuckles. Just Chuckles, I have more emotional attachment to it, and I have a mission attached to that. So, but still should be a good figure. Also, I picked up the Black Panther on the new Vulcan body, which was a figure I slept on. The crazy part about it is 2 weeks ago I seen Bug ACBA say that this was a great figure, and I seen it in his hand posing it up like when he does it by his little you know how you have in New York City, they had the wall units and shit, AC unit, he poses them up by there. I said, damn, you know what, that looks good. And that's a beefy buck with that Vulcan, and he's pinless, and he just looks so sleek. And when I thought about it, I have 5 or 6 movie Captain Americas, but I have no cartoon, not cartoon, comic one. So this looks like an awesome comic version. When I think about it, from just watching different reviews from last night on it, I should have picked up that second one at Ollie's for $10 just to have a backup, man. But hopefully eventually it'll come to my Fayetteville one if it hasn't already. But picked up the comic version Black Panther Vulcan body that came out last year. Also at Ollie's Myrtle Beach, I picked up the US Agent, which I was actually hunting for this figure, but about 6 months ago he was still up there about $22, and I was like, I don't know. And then I forgot about him. Then I seen him in Ollie's, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting him, because I actually have a nice Marvel Legends Captain America. Only one I'm missing is 80th anniversary, which I'm cool because I got 20th anniversary. But the caps I'm looking at right now on my shelf look freaking amazing. That's really one of my better shelves that I have Cap, Superman, and Iron Man like sharing it, like top tier guys sharing it, which is awesome. But this US Agent I think will fit in real well. And I also made a mistake. In the toy hunt video in Myrtle Beach, you see me pass up Hydra. And I said I didn't want her, and I'm not interested in her, but I'm only one piece away from building the controller, which I at one point sought out to try to build, but I've gotten these figures so cheap now, which I already had the Thor, I've been had him, and I caught Blue Marvel and my other man that was in that way for like $6 at Target 6 months ago. So, but these guys that you see, US Agent, Quake, they wasn't at Target. Target held a sale on them other guys, even at Thor, but I couldn't never find these. And like I said, I got Maria Hill, Quake here, and I'm just missing Hydra now to build controller, so I gotta try to buy that piece off eBay. I still don't want Hydra. Okay, let's just be honest with you, I don't want her. I need that piece. So, also we got Bucky Cap. You gotta say it like he got Tourette's. Bucky Cap! Yeah, he came in the mail today from Walmart, man. Walmart exclusive. This was $24.99. Actually, I ordered the Robin with him, so I wouldn't have to pay any shipping. Together, it was like $44.99 because the Robin was like $20. So, on Vulcan body also, with new scope, a new Bucky Cap. I never had the original, never gave a fuck about him, to be honest with you. But this new one looks good, and now I have a Captain America shelf. Another addition to my Captain America that will go Ultimate Cap, 20 years Cap, Zombie Cap, Sharon Carter Cap, Movie Cap. Like, I'm capped out. It's all caps here, but never caps here. Also, we got the Star Wars. I ended up picking up this from Target Myrtle Beach. Star Wars Hot Wheels Resistance X-Wing fighter with a stand. I'm starting to really get into like mini stuff. Like I said in the toy hunt video, the smaller Star Wars gets with me, the actually more I gravitate to it. I love vintage line. I really want to get some more figures in that. Hopefully I can find some in Ollie's and kind of start army building or world building with that. And I also I have a Batwing Hot Wheels, and this is pretty cool right here. It's a good looking X-Wing fighter. They got TIE fighters and everything, and I might be dabbling in this line a little bit more, man, but pretty cool. Also picked up some more Hot Wheels. I got a 5-pack Batman selection here, which eventually you'll probably see some of these on my channel, but it has the Ben Affleck Batmobile that looks like some type of bug that flies in the sky. That's what that Batwing, I'm sorry, looks like. That Ben Affleck drive looks like a bug. Doesn't look like a bat. 66 Batmobile, drop top 50 coupe Batgirl thing that look dope. I got a Gotham police car that's a 4-door Charger, and then Robin has a Camaro up here, which I don't know if that's an older or newer version, but it's got that big thick muscle style on it. Also, what else I picked up this week? I picked up when I came back home, I found the 8-inch Migos Superman, which is dope. Aquaman, who looks really good. Found the 8-inch Migos here back in Fayetteville at the Ramsey Street Walmart here. And last week in the Hope Mills Walmart, I picked up Green Lantern. And I'm glad I found all these guys at retail. And I'm sorry if the green screen has this kind of looking funky looking, but hey, you'll see them one day. I'll have them up because I'm going to get a nice collection of 9 or 10 of them. Then I'll finally put them up so you can see these guys with this 8-inch Migos. But what a great week for hauls, man. And I didn't pay a lot. I didn't pay no more than about $130 for all these items. And I have 14 items here, man. So what a great haul. But that is the toys that I picked up this week. And some of these, rather than sooner than later, you're gonna see reviews, especially with the Bucket Cat. Got Tourette's. You might see Andre the Giant, and you definitely gonna see this Black Widow. So I'm gonna do some reviews on them, man. And I don't know when I'm gonna get to the Migos, but the rest of the stuff is just gonna go back in the collection where it belongs, man. So that was my weekly purchases. All right, people, let's get into another weekly version of G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. And on G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe this week, we got a couple of things that came up. One thing that was brought to my attention, which I had both of them on pre-order, is the Valkyries have landed and they're sold out on Hasbro Pulse. So now this thing kind of comes full circle. Now I'm on the end of an army builder that I felt sold out, and I maybe potentially not be able to get it if it comes in back out of stock. I think it will, but you gotta keep your nose up and your ears open, and whatever you need else you keep open with it, because I actually had it on. I know what people are saying, well, you had months to get it, and I did. I had quite a few of them, man, like $200 and something worth on Pulse on pre-order, because I believe they're Hasbro Pulse exclusives, and I took them off, man. Like I said, I got a lot of shit going on right now. I can't spend $250 on army builders like I want to, so it is what it is. Even if I don't ever coming back across them, shit, it is what it is. I got enough G.I. Joe to fill up your room at home. I promise you, trust me, I do. But they're sold out. And what another issue I've seen, I guess people have been having trouble with arms coming out. So I don't know if they have that CoverGirl issue, or I even heard it with Zarana, but I never came across it with my Zarana, with the arm coming out the socket. It's not broken. People are saying it's broken. It's just popping out easily. So I don't know. That's supposed to be a new body mold. As far as them, they look good. And I don't mind that goldish tan accents the other one have. Good, it gives a little pop or whatever. It doesn't look horrible to me. And both of the figures are good, because one of the figures looks like a bigger, thicker woman, and it's not this old skinny frame like a CoverGirl or Lady J, because everybody ain't built like that. Now everybody's like a small little tiny frame. I used to know this white guy, yo. He said this is how he measured his girl's waist by his two pinkies like this, yo. And everybody's not built like that. Not everybody wants a woman like that, to be quite honest with you. To each his own. But those two different girls look good. What I wanted to compare and see how they looked up against the Valorverse girls, and of course, you know, that situation came up looking on Facebook, and I don't know if I took some pictures of it or not. If I have, I'll put it up here by the time I edit. But just back and forth, which I don't give a shit either or, man. Well, I tell you one thing with the Valorverse girls, I actually end up liking Kill Switch. And you know me, I'm always gonna root for the melon. I'm always gonna root for my people or whatnot. But as far as the cover shots of what she looked like, the other girls look better. But when I received the other girls, I'm like, shit, Kill Switch, that heat. That's a young Lauryn Hill right there, straight up and down. And if you haven't, check out my review I did on Kill Switch, man. She's a beautiful figure. She has the prettiest dark face you ever seen, man. She looks like a model for real. For real, she looks like Lauryn Hill. If you haven't picked up Kill Switch, check it out though. I got that review. But let's get back on it. So the Valkyries, will they come back in stock? I believe they will. But now I have to play the game too. I was fortunate on the eel side because I locked that in and I stayed on it. And even when they came in, I had to throw my credit card to take care of that job. But all these other ones, man, I had to peel back on them. Also, the other one is the Trouble Bubble. That is sold out now. And I had like $250 worth of them too because I really want them. Now, when it comes to the two, and I have to miss out on one, again, it'll be the Valkyries. I'll come across them. But that Trouble Bubble, I gotta have that. And I don't give a fuck if I have to buy one and just buy one. I wanted 5 of them. You know how I get down. Also, more major plugs on my own channel. If you haven't seen my massive army build from 2 or 3 months ago, check it out. I got 118 troops, rising a little bit more. I haven't really brought any army troops in a minute as far as on a base, so I'm still hovering about 118, 123, somewhere in that range. But if I was going to army build something like in the 5 or 6, it was going to be that Trouble Bubble, man. And I like the way the Televiper looks, and it comes with a lot of different options with the 3 heads. But that one sold out too. Haven't seen any QC issues on those, man, but they look pretty solid. Those Valkyries, I'm gonna have to see how those go out, but I will give those a spin, and I believe those are in the 1 through 100. So I'm not necessarily saying I have to get them, but you all know my mission on here. I'm on a mission to collect 1 through 100 G.I. Joe and have that straight minimum card set, and of course loose also. And then after that, it's up in the air. It either be minimum card or loose, how I'm gonna go. So I don't know. But those 2 things came to me. So now, like I said, like I always say, my collecting's full circle. It's full circle back on me. Now I'm out of an army builder, and I don't know when it's gonna come back up. And to be honest with you, shit, I'd rather fuck with Amazon over Hasbro Pulse, but which both can be iffy. But Amazon is a real funny company. There's some hidden exclusives. Like there was a WWE Elite Hulk Hogan that came out last year, and it was only up for a blip, and then it disappeared, and I thought it was gone forever. I luckily was able to get in and purchase it at retail price, and then it went away again. Boom. Then it shows back up a year later, like fucking half price. And this was like a mystery Hulk. Same thing with the Shawn Michaels WWE Elite Ultimate. So if you collect wrestling figures, you know what I'm talking about when it happens with that. But Amazon, I almost kind of trust them more because I know they'll bring it back up and then they'll drop the price on you shit, make you mad that you even jumped on that shit. Like, damn, I should have waited. But then there's also other instances, kind of like with the WWE Ultimate Rock that just kind of went away and never came back. And there's some other situations too. But from what I've seen from Amazon, they usually come back up. But we'll see with Hasbro Pulse. We'll see if eventually those will go to fan channels or anything like that. But they sold out. Usually when they sit up on Pulse and don't sell, that's when they trying to get rid of some of their cargo. What else? Oh, speaking of eels pop back up for a brief time, I guess, on Hasbro Pulse. So that's how they've been coming. Hasbro Pulse, like I said, when it pops back up, it's just, man, you got to get in there. Like with the Baroness or Breaker, when that first was coming out and I couldn't find him on Target, I found him real quick. Boom, I had to get him for a split second on Pulse, and after that it was gone. Now you see him, he's ready, available. I think he's probably getting back up there in price again. But it came to a point where you can get Breaker like it wasn't nothing, Baroness, all the rest of them, and everybody knows the story on that. But Eels came up, and then by the time I looked on it, and I purposely didn't look when they said it, I said, you know, I'm gonna check 3 or 4 hours later to see what's up, because I'm not looking for them. I just want to see, are they there? And they wasn't there. They playing them stupid ass games as usual. So who knows, man? I would bet more on Amazon people to get those eels, and especially in abundance. Then on Hasbro Pulse, like fucking one. Like, why would I want one eel? You know, some people out there, but like most people, why would I want one eel? Damn, I at least want 2. So we'll see what's up on that. So last but not least, but $4.99 for Crimson Guards at Ollie's. Now, I will say this about Ollie's. I was in Myrtle Beach, so I'm like, good, I can check this one right here because it's not in the area. Well, Myrtle Beach and the area I'm from, shit, I'd say about 20 years, they probably might be all the same fucking place. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? With the expansion and all that going around, really across the nation. But they're different markets, regardless of the fact, because you got to cross over state lines. But it's only an hour and 30 for me to get to Myrtle Beach from where I'm at, from where I live at. But it's a different market, so they have a little different stuff. Now, they had the same thing as my Ollie's, or it could be nobody kind of went in there and got this stuff, because they had the same thing, and I see at my Ollie's, A little bit of that stuff is left. And shout out to the collector who hit me on my channel today. He said he's from the Fayetteville area, man. It's always good to I'll probably have your name up here by the time I do my edit. It's always good to run across another collector, especially from the Ville, from the Nom. If you ain't from North Carolina, where I'm from is Fayetteville. They call it AKA Fayette Nom. But shout out to you, fam. But you know, there's other collectors going to Hollies, and maybe those things were stripped back. But as far as Crimson Guard wise, I seen none in Myrtle Beach, and of course there's none in Fayetteville where I'm from. Then the price is like $4.99. It's really not a lot of shit in there that's $4.99. The G.I. Joe that I have seen in there is $12.99 and $9.99, maybe even $7.99. The only stuff I've seen that's real low is Fortnite. It's $4.99, so they trying to clear that out. Star Wars can get low, $4.99, but I would have to see. Seeing is believing, but I wouldn't put it past them, because a lot of funky stuff happens. There was one time I was hunting They Live, Roddy Piper WWE Elite, which was a hard figure to catch up with at Walmart. Only time I seen it was blips. And then, you know, lo and behold, like a year later, you come in, it's automatically went to clearance. You can tell it just got to that Walmart. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on here? So funny thing is happening. Funny things are happening, but I do want to catch that Crimson Guard for a cheap price, because I need to army build them. I only have 2. That's when I finally got to army building and was like, let me hold up and try to find some at discount, because I messed up with the Alley Viper. I pre-ordered those, paid like $23 a piece for them, and then when they finally dropped, there was a lot of places letting them go for 15 bucks a piece, man. And that shit really pissed me off, because I bought like 20 of them motherfuckers. So, but it is what it is, you know, but I don't regret it, because I'm looking at them now and they look beautiful on my shelf and they're worth every penny. But when you can save $1, of course, it's always good to save $1, man. So I'm still on the look for those Crimson Guards. I'll keep my eye open for those, because that's actually an army builder I need to build up. At first I planned on getting 5, but finding them cheap like that, shit, I can get to the 10 to 20 range with them. Easy, because it's a good solid figure from the ones I got, the 2 or 3 I got. And they will look even better when they army built. And then the rest of those Crimson Army guys, I'll do 5s of those. But the main guys, it would be cool to have a big massive piece with them. But yeah, as far as G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe, that is pretty much a wrap for this week, man. All right, let's get into the hot topic this week. Is basically with the Haslab approaching for Marvel Legends. I seen this picture from Bug on Instagram, and it's basically a shadow with a giant man, giant person, giant guy, giant thing, basically a giant. So there is no more of the clues that this is possibly Giant Man. Now, we all know what happened with the Engines of Vengeance. That's a car I probably would have gotten. Just off the simple fact that I wanted a 112 car, and that was pretty cool. I didn't really care about Robbie Reyes. I just really liked the car. I liked the flame effects of it, and I just thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need it to have a fucking working cranking engine or anything like that. But you already know the wars and battles on that story. There's no need to get into that. But what I'm saying that is Marvel Legends doesn't want to mess up with pricing, offering, etc., etc. So my first thing is, what's going to be the price of Giant Man? Like I told you personally, I already have 2 giant fucking men that I brought from Marvel Legends. I have a Galactus, and actually I have 2 Sentinels. I wanted a Sentinel card, and I wanted a Sentinel just to have out and play. And I'm gonna tell you, my shit is full circle. I went out and paid for my Sentinel Menton card $600. Yeah, because I didn't get another one at the time being. So I know the game of both, and I'm a collector. It's full circle. Sometimes you put stuff out there, sometimes you got to pay for stuff, and that's what I wanted, so I got it. But I have 2 giant men already. Now, with this giant man, should he be bigger than Galactus? No, Galactus is actually a world eater. There is no way. Like, Galactus would have to be 8 foot tall to really put Galactus in the sense of a 112 scale. Probably even taller than that on some crazy shit. As far as the Sentinel, that's perfect. I think it should be about around the same height as a Sentinel, maybe an inch or 2 smaller, just to give it so when you have your bigger figures, they have different scales. Gives a little bit more playability to it. I was thinking about this the other day, like they either need to make Giant Man a little bit taller than the Sentinel, which then that puts him in the realm of Galactus, or a little bit shorter. And I can stand with him being a little bit shorter than the Sentinel, maybe just by an inch, not by much, because he can get big too, and real big. So far as the layout of that and the price of what they're gonna do, the Sentinel was $350. What you think this would be? At $350 again, I think people won't holler. I think it'll be decent, but I don't know. If they go even lower, even better. If that giant guy is in the 2s, if they be like, you know what, fuck it, we need to sell this, we don't need to take no L's on this, which with the investors and people, that thing that you don't see behind the scene, they probably don't give a damn about taking the L. They're like, hey, look, we're gonna get one more swing at this and we ending this shit after that. But if it's in the 2s, I think it'd be a home run. If it's getting in the 3s, then you're gonna start going into the other things of this Haslab. And one is the offering. Okay, so when you start saying like $350, $400, which that's what the range of Galactus and the Sentinel was, and let's say $350 to $450 because we're gonna add the tax onto it. So depending on where you are, the offering. What are you offering me? Giant Man doesn't have as much techie stuff on him as a Sentinel. Now, in my iterations of seeing him from the older ones, is basically just in a giant stretch suit. And from the old Toy Biz one, he's just basically like a giant guy in a stretch suit. He doesn't have any armor. He doesn't have any metal parts or mechanical or technical parts like a Sentinel or Galactus. So what will be his offering? And the offering is what's going to come with him as far as accessories and add-ons. And that's when I think they need to go into giving you the I forgot. I keep saying want to say Bill Burr, but I forgot the black giant man, the black Goliath, or just different iterations of Ant-Man, or just things of that nature. Hank Pym. They already came out with a Hank Pym West Coast Avenger, so to try to add on with that, which I'm not deep into the lore of Giant Man, I don't know if I'll be supporting this Haslab, because I really don't give a shit, to be quite honest. But to speak on it and to have love for action figures, I want to see what it does. I'm intrigued about what it does, and I actually hope it succeeds, to be quite honest with you. And I might just throw my bid on there if I got enough money to get it in a month from now, or whatever it drops, then I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as it come out, if I'm liking that offering, I'm gonna put my bid on there. Not just to help put it over the top, just because, hey, if the money's there, I'll get it. If not, fuck it. But the offering is something big, and that I don't know what they're gonna do. This is Avengers thing, so just accessories and things to go around that's pretty cool, that's gonna put you over the hump, would be a key thing for them to do. Also, how are they gonna do the tiers? The tiers is going to be a major thing on this. Really everything, man. From price to how he's sculpted, how he's laid out, the offering, and I say the last thing is the tiers. Like, will you do this one step, or are you going to show us everything? Give me all you got, because if people going to support it, they're going to support it. They don't give a shit, really. You know what I'm saying, about this game of hiding tiers. I guess that's the fun and playability of Marvel Legends. If we were children, I could see that. Like, ooh, let me see what's going next week. But everybody you're dealing with are fucking grown men. When I see at the Comic-Cons and all that stuff, there's all grown men. There's really no children or even teenagers going up to these guys and talk, man. Go ahead and lay your spread out, kids, so I can see what I'm eating, man. I'm not with this mystery meat shit. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and lay your tiers out. As far as pricing, I can't really say nothing on that. Y'all need to charge whatever y'all think y'all need to charge for your company to survive. As far as scope, I can't really say shit on that. I mean, I'm really not a huge guy on scope, which I love scope and paint. But I think as far as the Haslabs that I purchased, I think they're great. I think Marvel Legends does a good job when it comes to the Haslabs. As far as the offering, that I'm not into deep lore of Giant Man, so I can't really get into all of that. And we gotten several Ant-Man figures and things of that nature, so I don't know what they can offer. What can they offer to change this thing up? Will it be more stuff really not necessarily related to Giant Man, but more related to Avengers type ordeals? Who knows? What can they do? I mean, this is a giant fucking man here, so I don't know. And then far as these tiers, now I will have a say-so on that. Man, go and lay them shits out, man. Go and show what everybody can get at these certain numbers. And if they were smart, they would bunch them numbers in a little bit closer. I don't know. Everybody's screaming for Giant Man, so they might overplay their fiends and try to play them and shit. Like, yeah, we gonna make y'all jump for this because people are already upset with you from what happened last year. So it's quite an interesting thing. I just wanted to run my mouth on that situation for a little bit, but I really won't have a full analysis or turnaround until after Friday at 9 a.m. on Hasbro's Post Live. I believe that's East Coast time, and I believe it's 9 a.m. Friday. But it's going to be on a Friday, this Friday. They're going to be revealing what the Marvel Legends Haslab is for this year. So we will see, man. We will see. And with that being said, we're going to end this episode of Soapbox this week. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you can, hit me up on my Instagram. Follow me. I follow you. I'm trying to bolster up my Instagram at Geppetto 910. Hit me up, man. I got a few followers, got a few guys that help me out now, man. But if you can, jump on if you want to. And with that being said, this is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty and seeing what the hell this Haslab is going to be on Friday. And until the next time, God bless. Wu-Tang forever.